What's good, fam? You ever wonder what happened to the real rap music? I'm sorry, hip hop music. The real hip hop music. Like, when you used to listen to the music and they weren't talking about bitches and hoes and how much you got drug wise, what you done did, who you shot, killed. You ever wonder why it switched though? Like, what happened? What was the situation that made the whole thing switch up? You ever heard about, I got it wrote down, the secret meeting that changed hip hop forever? If not, look it up. Look it up. The secret meeting that changed hip hop forever. That's what changed the conscious level rappers into the people that we get to see. The people that's talking about what they got versus the people who used to talk about going to school and fight the power and, paying attention to what was really happening in the world. They had to kill that mentality from us. Otherwise, we was gonna take over. So they had to lower us down to a level, you know. So when you see all these rappers doing this and that and the third, so I blame them, but I don't, because I know it ain't their fault really, because that's what's expected from them, is to do whatever they got to do. And it's a shame a lot of them don't even become conscious to what they doing. So the secret letter was, I ain't gonna give it all the way away. It's about an agent, like a real high agent at a record label, and he got a letter and he went to a meeting, and it was a whole bunch of other top record label people that was there. So they had to sign a confidentiality agreement in order to go. What you already know is that's some bullshit. If you gotta sign something, that means whatever we finna say or do is bull. So they went in there and found out that these people was investing, like the record labels and people above them was investing in private prisons, and they needed to fill these private prisons, and they found out rap would be the perfect opportunity for them to get people in there. Rap music. So they switched it up from being conscious. They switched it from being a thing that was, persuasive to the ear and it's a good thing. They made it negative, you know, bitches and hoes and, pimping and shooting and selling drugs, because you are what you eat. So no matter what, if you listen to something all day, every day, it's a part of it you're going to take away with you, even if you don't want to, you know. So that's why you got these Jay-Z's and all the people that he brought out. That's why he's up top, because he was able to probably put the most people behind bars, and probably got a good investment behind them private prisons. He might be in more than one, Why he acting like one of us? Why they acting like one of us? They all making money off of us going to jail, because there's money in that, because you working for free for one. You working for what, 25 cents? I don't even know. Don't even want to know. But you ain't working for shit. You don't get shit. And you working your ass off, so same thing as what slavery was cheap labor. They still got cheap labor, but that's the cheapest labor, is to put us in there. Because after the slavery thing was ended, they started arresting us for doing like anything. Like if we was to take a piece of wood from off the ground by somebody's fence, they would blame us for stealing off that fence and put us in jail. Believe it or not, like that sounds crazy, but like yeah, like they was forcing us to go into there to do the free labor again, like all the way free. And what these rappers is doing is they pushing that shit on us. That's why I don't even really listen to it but so much no more. I just caught a lightning bug. Y'all remember them? That's in North Carolina. They glow. They make a light. Yeah, but these rappers and stuff, man, they all young now all of a sudden because that's gonna influence our kids to go to jail. Because rap music, even from the beginning, it was only getting the people between 12 and 17. That's the people that was buying it, you know. I'm sorry, maybe back in like the 80s, 90s, the people between 12 and 17 years old was buying the music. So you got a bunch of grown-ups trying to make music for them. You know what I'm saying? So now they had to switch it to the kids. So now all these kids rappers signed, and that's gonna lead your kids into doing what they say. You know, it's always gonna be an influence over them with the music, and it's designed that way because they need to fill up these jails because the more money, the more money they get is from filling up the jail to keep it populated. And who in the jail? Us. 90% of the people gonna be us who listen to the hip hop. You are what you eat. Everybody ain't got a father at the house that could tell them, man, that's just entertainment. And it's not even good entertainment. But people don't get it. A lot of these rappers that you listening to, they ain't even been in the streets. These niggas went to college and everything. They don't know nothing about real life. But you living it. And they influence from the people above them that put them into the game. It's gonna get you in jail. It's gonna lead you there. That's why when they get signed, a lot of them don't know what they getting into. But some of them smart enough to know after a while, and they figure it out. And that's the ones they call crazy. Like Lauryn Hill. Get out, I get out. She was trying to tell you, you know, she won't falling for it. She won't going for it. But a lot of these people sell you out. Jay-Z, y'all favorite, the one y'all calling Hova. And that's what people call the most high, right? A lot of people. But y'all sit there and y'all throw pyramid up and look at it. Look at him through your through the pyramid and scream out Hova. Like, come on, man. And then who he signed? Kanye? What? Yeezus? Come on, man. Wake up to it. Them niggas don't mean you no good. The niggas that you see the most, the higher platform people that you see the most is the ones you should trust the least. They don't mean you no good, man. They put people in positions just to keep you in place. Especially as a black person, man. They don't gotta worry about that for themselves. But for you, you gonna have to go to this. You gotta get in the sorority fraternity first. Basically, introduction. School is the introduction, indoctrination, and then you go on, and you go on, and you go on. You go on to the sorority fraternity. You get in your Eastern Stars or the Alpha side. I don't even give a shit. But you see the niggas that join be so happy. You go through initiations, you do all this shit, this Greek shit. Gay shit. I've seen a dude that was in the sorority. He was over top of the drum line and he pulled everybody in at one time. And the motherfuckers all came in and they was all in the group. I don't know. I ain't know shit about it. I wasn't in it. I was a rapper and I was just around and pulled out a big ass paddle and started whooping them niggas on the ass and them niggas lining up. And one nigga in particular was real excited about it. I left, bro. I ain't know how to. I ain't never seen no shit like that. Niggas whooping niggas with a paddle. Like, that's the beginning of it. That's why when you see the niggas that Martin Luther King, all the people that was around him was in one of them groups, including him. But he came to the light and he actually tried to help out. All the motherfuckers, they turned their back on him. They helped him get assassinated. That's why they still around. I mean, we do it to ourselves. We do it to ourselves just to live comfortable. I don't know why. I'd rather not have the most and just be okay than, have the mansion and know that what I did to my people, I got their blood on my hands. That ain't right, you know. But all skin folk ain't kin folk, you know. We just gotta wake up to it, man, and stop buying in. Stop buying in. These kids, these rappers and shit, that don't mean your kids no good, man. Stop buying in. If we stop buying in, if Louis, all these places that make the clothes, if we stop buying in, make our own, they done. We the ones that spend the most money, and we don't got money. We the ones, let me say it one more time. When it comes down to spending money out here buying these crazy things, we spend the most money on that bullshit, clothing and everything. But we don't got the money like they got. So who actually makes them? They was born in. They had the money from the beginning probably. Or the ties to get it. We ain't. But all we do is support everybody that ain't us. It's just crazy, man. I just don't understand why we can't see it. We just don't honestly see nothing that's happening in front of our eyes, you know. That's it, man. That's my little, I just vented. That was my little vent real quick, you know what I'm saying? To let you know why so many of us in jail. It's because of us too. We allowed it because we wanted to buy in and get the money and the shares into the private prisons. I ain't saying I did it, but they look like me, a lot of them. A lot of them still signing these rappers. And the crazier and stupider the rapper is, they love it even more. Because they want to push that on your kids. You are what you eat.